Hey there, Angel of Galaxite, back with more channeled messages. As always, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for each and every one of my new subscribers and old blessings sent back to you all tenfold. Thank you. I feel so happy. Okay, now, if anybody wants to support my channel, I would really appreciate that. That would be to like and subscribe. They're really important. Obviously viewing as well, so thank you for everyone who's been viewing my channel. Over the moon with that. Going up steadily, but we're in this huge sea of YouTubers, which, you know, is vast, obviously. Now, by supporting me that way, what you will be doing is lifting the algorithms for all who do not know, which just simply means I'll be seeing more. So anyone can help with that, thank you. All right, let's get on, shall we? Just remember, Spirit works for us in mystical and mysterious ways. These messages may not go directly to the intended person. They may be talking about someone you know. It could be their love lost one, a situation around you or them. You just may be that heavenly post person delivering communication where it needs to go. Now, if I say male or female, we have both aspects of the divine feminine and masculine. So, okay, so work with your gut and your intuition as well, please, you know. If these messages really kind of click and you're thinking, wow, you know, this could be for me, okay, maybe the date's not right, or maybe this bit of the message is not right. That will be your loved one piggybacking on one particular message. So don't be put off. If you feel it, you feel it, all right? Let's go, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to start with my signs and synchronicities because that's what Spirit want me to do. Right, so today as I was walking around, I saw two paving stones. And these had been replaced, so they really stuck out because where, compared to the dark ones, they were very light grey. So what am I thinking from that? A lightened path, maybe? Yep. But in more of a general sense, a lightened path could symbolise a metaphorical or spiritual journey towards enlightenment or clarity. So if you haven't had clarity on something, it is coming. Then I saw like a closed off hazard barrier which said fault in red letters. You know, and danger of death, and a warning sign which was red and white. So in this case, red was for danger, as it's a colour which captures attention, so can indicate a possible threat. So, you know, we just got to be cautious. So this could really mean something to someone. It is also the colour of action, so you may be in some type of legal battle at the moment. This colour is associated with strength and energy and passion. So, you could get to know the facts. I don't know, you have to be courageous in a way, don't you, to seek the truth. And red talks all about, you know, being courageous, doesn't it? You know, I'm thinking about the white now. You're seeking a closure to the way this individual passed. I feel that very strongly. You know, you really want to bring back balance, harmony and hope. And that's great, well done. Because this is going to bring about so much peace. It's interesting because I'm thinking white is related to the medical profession, so this may be relevant too. You know, in Eastern cultures, white is associated with mourning, transition, and it can also be a bit of bad luck. So maybe that's the way you've been feeling. This transition was bad luck. On the pavement was a red and white metal barrier around a huge bag of compost. Further down, a pair of red boxing gloves on top of a box outside of the house. Looks so funny, it was just there. So this loved one, you know, they would have put up a good fight and want you to carry on doing the same. And I'm hearing the truth will out. Anyway, just as I was turning a corner, I saw the back of a parked van, again covered in chevrons, you know, warning signs, but this time yellow and red. So this primary colour negatively can mean cowardice, deception and caution. So maybe there's a warning to pay attention, as this may be needed while handling this particular situation. But positively, this passed on loved one wants you to find happiness, positivity, joy and optimism for life once again, and hopes this message has enlightened you. Is very much alive on the other side and watching over you all. You know, yellow can represent the life-giving warmth of the sun. So a happy ending is to come, don't worry. Okay, so my last sign was an emergency ambulance which stopped right in front of me as it proceeded to enter a very small gated housing complex. So no doubt this lovely individual ended up in hospital. Okay, so I'm now being shown an abandoned umbrella, a grey one. So there may have been a rainy day when this loved one passed. Okay, so let's see who's sending this message. Well, whoever they were a very independent person who wasn't frightened to be different. And so very proud of what they stood for. Loved to surprise people. That would be a big thing. I see a lot of people around this individual, so may have worked in a large company. Didn't have to be, just that's what I'm thinking. Or had a huge family, you know. The initials with this are R and K, Y and C, C and O, S and N, H and S, N and N, E and T, D and K, S and K, Y and Z, X and S. Please take these as they resonate and leave the rest for somebody else. Could be people in the environment, people watching, people on the other side. Got the numbers 15, could be relevant, 39, 11, 8, 31, 59, 10, 19, 67 and number 27. And I'm here in April, could be relevant too. So as I say, just take these as they resonate, and remember, message within a message. Alright, next please. Okay. So this loved one's saying that you're expending a lot of subtle energy in pushing down thoughts you don't want to face. There's a feeling of denial, and I'm told it just may make it worse, and you're just delaying only makes it harder to release old stuck energies. So they want you to finally decide to confront, not avoid. You know, you don't need to identify with your thoughts. Remember, they aren't you. They are passing events in the mind. I have a feeling, however, this message is for, you tend to overthink and try to control your mind. But this is an impossible task, as even the most disciplined mind can break free, remember. I was talking about ill health, which extended over a long period of time. And rightly so. You found it hard to endure, and it took its toll. And this has had a bearing on your mental health. I'm sorry about that. There's a feeling of overwhelming grief, you know. And I'm really being told that you struggled and were so worn down caring for this loved one that you were plagued with negative thoughts. Maybe you're considering yourself as a really bad person at times, or not, they're coming in to tell you that it is time to let this go. I think this is a she, not a he, okay? Okay. I'd love you to understand the huge amount of pressure illness placed upon you. They were just thoughts. See the difference between having a bad thought and you acting on it. Oh, you, my dear, are the only human. You are only human. And she wants to thank you for doing the impossible task of caring for her with little or no help. There is nothing else you need to do but heal and move on. She's saying stop holding judgment. Don't set up a false ideal of yourself. See clearly all the kind thoughts, the kind gestures, and the precious time and the love that you showed me. Oh, this lady was so patient. She was determined, realistic. She didn't like to be rushed, you know. Slowly and patiently she would approach any situation. And she says she always liked to have control over her emotions. I'm seeing light eyes with this lady. She would have had brown hair, maybe a bit mousy, could be, I don't know. 5 foot something maybe. I'm hearing Lana, Tony, Sybil, Catherine, Sal, Dane, Carla, Edna. I'm hearing Wells, so I don't know if it's a place or a name. MacDonald could be a last name. Sterling, place maybe, I don't know. Or last name even. Susan, Wicklow, S and Z, I'm getting G and T and R and L, P and W, okay. T and R, alright, thank you very much for that. Alright, so our healing words from the angels today are: the Creator is the mighty and powerful essence of all encompassing love. This love is so bright that it deflects all darkness. And our angel number for all who need to hear is 324. You stand shoulder to shoulder with benevolent guardian angels and ascended masters. Surrounded by such a powerful divine love, you can feel certain of a positive outcome to whatever situation you're in right now. Okay. Oh, somebody, one of my subscribers wanted to ask a little bit about, you know, what I do and how, you know, how to build her intuition up, you know. So I thought this might be a little bit, it's only a little bit on it, but make an appointment, yeah. So we have to make an appointment with Spirit. It's so much easier. Since the spirit world shares our lives with us, the departed constantly want to reassure us that they are in a very good, loving space. The only problem might be that you are not able to hear them. So if you want to set aside a specific time of the day or night to connect with them, you should do so. Just make sure it's the same time every day, and of course keep the appointment. When the time comes, have a pad and pen ready, close your eyes and take a few deep breaths and listen to what they have to share. Okay. I'll just talk a little bit about when we have shock, you know, or receive bad news as well. We often gasp or hold our breath. You know, this sudden short inhalation triggers our fight or flight response. And it can set our hearts racing and make our adrenaline pump around the body. So try to learn to combat this stress response with some deep, slow breaths, and you'll be able to remain calm and breathe through these tricky moments. And remember, real peace is unshakable. Bliss is unchanged by gain or loss. That's by Yogi Pahanjan. I don't know whether I've pronounced that right, sorry. Alright, next message. I've got somebody called Art who wants to apologise to his son for not being in his life. He says it was a complicated marriage, you know. Not easy, you know. We didn't want to pit each other off, against, you know, how sometimes you use the child as piggy in the middle, so to speak. So he preferred, I think, to remove himself. But he says, you know, he should have been more present in your life. No excuses. I should have been stronger. And I should have fought for us. And I'm hearing Darren with that. Very short and sweet, but powerful. All right, let's go into our song, shall we? Okay. Where are we going? All right, so we've got Flying Without Wings. So we all know that's by Westlife. So everybody, remember, I'm working with the lyrics with this. A loved one coming through. It could be a memory, could want you to listen to this so they're with you. Yeah, anyway, everybody's looking for that something. One thing that makes it all complete. Never needed to find it in the strangest places, or he never knew it could be. He found it in the face of the children, also in you, his lover's eyes. Who can deny the joy it brings when you found that special thing? He was flying without wings. So after his passing, it is his wish, as you are not sharing every morning anymore, that you find true solace in the solitary times. So very thankful to all who have lifted you up with kind words, making you laugh and cry. We found it in our deepest friendship. It is the kind we cherished all our life, and we knew how much that meant. We found that special thing, flying without wings. So impossible as it may seem, you've got to fight for every dream, 'cause who's to know which one you let go? It would have made you complete. So sweetheart, please keep dreaming. Keep walking the walk and talking the talk and conquering all the obstacles in your way. I'm watching over you. Well, for him, he used to love walking up beside you, to watch the sunrise on your face, to know that he could say he loved you in any given time or place. It's the little things that only he knew. Those were the things that made you his. Your mannerism, that winning smile, and the bossy side of you. Your organisation, the funny noises you made when you cried or laughed, and your absolute fear of spiders. And now that you're flying without his wings, remember you're still his special thing. The place his life began, and where it reached a final point here on earth. Only now in a different form he's truly flying without wings, and that's the joy he brings. He's flying without wings. So this is for the initials I've got with this is J and C, D and B, M and A, E and H, F and C, S and G, P and T, W, W, B and K, D and P, B and P. August, November seem very relevant with this. Could be birthdays, passing dates, just a special time, anniversary, remember, star sign. Anyway, it seems relevant, but also I'm just hearing very loudly K, so that's coming in, all right? Okay, so trying to think how long I might have left now. Okay. Let me just check, see if I'm still filming. Yes, I am, sorry. I don't know, I thought I'd... Okay, let's go. Let's get some cards out, shall we? Alright. So we have releasing allegiances. Number 10s are all about ending, aren't they? You know, conclusions, completions. Alright, so somebody here is still having a real bad time releasing how they're really feeling about, I don't know, I feel like you lost somebody who's coming through, of course, but also within that loss, you feel like you're on your own. You feel like a lot of people who were good to you at that time, you know, because that you were a twosome, suddenly started not being great, and you've had to start thinking about who it is that you want in there, who is stinging you, for instance, with these wasps here or bees, who were helping you to build and who were not. Well, this has left you feeling quite vulnerable, really, and it's sad, wondering whether it's you, were you enough? At the end of the day, you were with this wonderful person, but they're no longer here anymore. And instead of them starting to really work with you and finding a new way, for instance, couples, I'm feeling like couples, once you lose, your partner, suddenly you're not part of that, however close you might have felt. And I felt maybe that, you did have people coming round, and maybe you made meals and you would go to their house as well. But it just feels so weird now. You feel like you're laid out bare. But it's time to hold yourself at this point, and let go. You've done the right thing, Sometimes we have a connection for a reason, and maybe you've just outgrown and you don't need to learn anything more from these people, and you've got what you needed. Let's have a look. Maybe it's just like these cycles were, to complete, for sure. Just come to the end, so that new things can come in, I'm feeling. Yeah, that's what I feel. You know what, as well, I think there's going to be so much playfulness coming in. Just try to use your senses, and this will help you find the way when these new people start to present themselves, if they haven't. I know sometimes when it's not that particular person, and you've got used to their ways, it can be a bit daunting to meet new people. But it'll be a challenge for you with the 5, and it is a big change, but, and you might feel it's difficult to move forward and start to get to know these new people. But I'm being told that they're really going to be good for you. So, yeah, this is all about having fun, She's got very keen senses, as Kitsu, I think you pronounce it there. She relies on her instincts and her skills. Yeah. I don't know, maybe she's a little bit of a good-hearted trickster. But just know that she's all about transformation. When we see the spirit animal of a fox, that can represent, intelligence and wisdom, and physical and mental responses. So just keep this keen awareness of who you want to let into your life. Just remember we have 5 senses in which we glory and which we recognize and celebrate, senses that constitute the sensible world for us. But there's other senses, remember, secret senses, 6 senses, and if you will, equally vital but unrecognised and unlaundered. So what you really need to do here is ask your loved one on the other side to give you the heads up whether this person's great, make you feel that gut feeling, where you just think, oh, something don't feel right. Because I know that you are very sensitive at the moment and you're going through something quite strong, Oh, bless you, I just want to give you a hug. Alright, so we've got green, revitalise your nervous system. So maybe your nervous system, when you talk about the heart, the liver even, and maybe you need to lower your blood pressure with this as well. But it's also about frustration and anger. So maybe you've had this where you've had to shout and scream and let things out. And the disappointment of other people around you is not fun, is it? You thought you were good friends with someone, you could trust that. But just got to realise that maybe you've outgrown them. Maybe you've learned what you need to learn, like we said earlier. And let's see what's coming in from your loved one on the other side. Where were we? Okay. Oh, so your loved one on the other side is telling me that you had intense chemistry, you know, like each other. You were like each other maybe, you know, and you love to have fun. And maybe this is what's hurting so much, you know, you're missing that closeness, that bond, that oneness with somebody. And they're saying you came closer than anyone else ever did. What a beautiful compliment. Alright, so we've got palm tree, stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance and flexibility. Yeah, you have this, alright? Just because they've gone, they're telling you that there is no way that you're not going to be stable, you're not going to be secure. You know, of course you are. You know, they want you to grow, you know, and they want you to be flexible in whether this is choosing new people, getting out more, getting yourself a new job, for instance, if you're unhappy in a job. But they want you to stop curling up in this ball. Stand straight and beautiful as you are. Oh, look, I remember every detail of that day. So, that is beautiful. What day is this? Let me see. Oh my gosh, oh. She's talking about an engagement ring, a partnership, a commitment that you made. Yeah, I thought you had a special bond. I could feel that. Yeah, absolutely. So it could be a wedding as well. It doesn't have to be just that. Oh, and the last thing they want to say is, I wish things could have been different. Oh wow, yeah, that is so, oh wow. Oh, I don't know, this person makes me feel that it, you know, they just want you to be curious. Yeah, I don't know, it's a strange one. They want you to be curious about what life can bring. Yeah, they're not here, but they are very much around you. For someone I'm seeing very much so in the kitchen area. Maybe they were comfortable in the kitchen. Or maybe you're very comfortable. I'm not sure, but there is something to do with the kitchen. You will know. I see a parked car, but it's on a drive. And this belonged to this particular individual. I don't know whether you're using this car or not, but there is something within that car that may be important as well. Something that you keep very close to you. Yeah. Okay. This person would have smelt very nice. Kind, caring, loving. They just want to send so much love to you. I'm not going to say he or she because it could be different because it's a general read, but yeah, I remember that detail of every day. And maybe you're going through, you know, your day when you got engaged or married. But I can understand why you feel that you may not be able to get over this. That's just so, you know, and the green in this as well, you know. When I think of green, I think of healing and growth, that fertility. It also means money as well, but I really do think that you've got to really focus on this now and know that you have support in the spiritual realm from your loved one, but also there will be more people coming in to help you. There's going to be a lot of order coming back into your life with the number 4, you know, and there'll be a reason to live again. So please do not doubt. They are with you. They are watching over you. I feel like there's 2 people in particular on the other side whom would have been very, very close to you. So you've lost 2 people, not everybody, but for somebody in particular. One being a father figure and, yeah, a partner. Okay. Now your engagement ring would have been quite flashy and nice, and people can notice it glinting away there. Definitely caught other people's eyes. But yeah, I'm just drawn to this chemistry, you know. You'd finish each other's words. Oh gosh, I feel you were very cuddly as